Hey family, we are live, broadcasting live. This is the Conversation Room 101. Make sure it's only adults in the house. I need your mind to be open, prepared, and relaxed. Welcome to our home. Take your shoes off. We got some rules we need to go over. Be kind. No cursing in the chat. If you want to curse, call in. And no shouting out other channels. That's a no-no. We got one other rule. There is no judging our guests. It will not be permitted. Zero tolerance. And if so, you want to do that, guess what? We got security. And we will escort you out. Because over here, hashtag we don't care. We're going to be one big family. We're going to laugh together sometimes. We're going to cry. But we definitely going to pray. I thank the Lord above for everything. I lift him up and give him the glory. But you guys, right now, we're going to get our popcorn. And then we're going to see what's going on. And let me just park my car. And I'll be in there in a minute. I see you soon.
The Copyright Disclaimer Act. The Copyright Disclaimer Act under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comments, news, reporting, teaching, scholarships, and research. Fair use is used permitted by copyright statutes that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use.
Do you want to know? Well, I've been thinking about you, and I think I have to listen, because the sun is up, it's a beautiful day. My beginning will be as bright as the sun. Come, won't you come along? And it feels so bright, it's like luck is raining on me. Go and follow your heart, doesn't matter how far. There is so much love to give, something's telling me this time. Baby, baby, now I know. Baby, baby, gotta go. There is so much love to give, something's telling me it's right. When you came to me, oh I knew it's you, yeah, boy.
Hey family, how's everybody doing? Yes, I came on here a little early because I wasn't going to come on at all, but I needed to just share some things with you guys. Nice to see you in the building. I told you guys sometimes I got to come on here a little early to get some things done. We're still talking about this Chad Dorman guy that took out his 3 boys, his biological 3 boys. And I just wanted to share because I don't think everybody understood the last time we was on that. Hey, woke to God, how you doing? I see you in the building. Thank you for showing on up. Bev is in the building. Ruby's in the building. Marsha's in the building. Let me see. Daniel's in the building. Nancy LaRose is. Jackie Bartiz is in the building. CV Bates is in the building. Thank you guys for showing on up. And Ashley is in the building. I see you, Ashley. And I remember you too. How you doing, Ashley? Anyway, you guys, we're not going to stay on here long, but I wanted to touch and share some things because even though that this is it's not a open, closed, shut case because the father has pleaded not guilty. And that's what I was trying to tell you. First of all, he already confessed it that he done this. And we know he done this. I mean, he said he done it. His wife said he done it. The stepdaughter that ran down the street, she was like, Dad's killing everybody. I'm going to use them words. I know Marsha's like, I'm trying to finish up the end of the week. What? I know. And I'm tired, but I've got to go pick up I guess some more work, help my husband out a little bit. So I said, and I'm gonna go ahead and get on here so that because I got to go to the store too, you know. So I'm gonna get done. I'm feeling some kind of way. Sometimes when I'm feeling some kind of way, it ain't got nothing to do with this channel. Trust and believe. But you guys know that we all go through some stuff. And it seems like the world's gonna continue to revolve, whether you in it, whether you out of it, whether you like what's going on, whether you got somebody, a death in your family, or your job ain't working right, or your relationship ain't working right, or somebody just got killed, or somebody walked out of your life, somebody ain't acting like they got sense. um I'm in this psychology class, and I mean, it's mind blowing how um, you know, you start thinking about stuff in the way that I think about stuff. Now, trust and believe, you know, I'm not even reading the book. I'm just being honest with you. I probably read maybe 2 pages of my psychology book of a 600 and something page book. And that might be 2 pages. 2 pages. So I'm right now at 100% in psychology. No, don't think that it's that easy. It's just, what I believe and what you believe might be two different things. I want to share some with you. Psychology, I don't know how you guys perceive it or whatever, but if you really think about things, especially if you've worked with psychic patients, mental disturbed patients, what's real to them is real. So, and I believe in psychology, what's real to me is real. Can nobody tell me anything different? I don't need a book to tell me that this makes sense or that don't make sense. I mean, we have certain type of things. I just turned in a paper, and they were talking about gender. So they showed. I just want to share this with you. That's why I came on early, because people be like, "What this got to do with it?" It's got a lot to do with it, because I think outside of the box. And I'm pretty sure some of you guys think outside of the box too. We don't think inside the box. So they had two pictures of two babies. One was wrapped in a blanket with little, flowers, and I don't know. They had little flowers on there and probably some little lips or whatever. And then the other baby was wrapped in a blanket. And the babies look exactly alike. It's like they look exactly like they were twins. And the other baby was wrapped in a white and blue blanket with motorcycles and bicycles on it. Okay? This is psychology for you. So you got 3 questions. First of all, the teacher asked the question, pick out your gender. Which is which? Okay, so your mind will tell you, well, surely the baby wrapped in the pink with the flowers and the kissy lips on it, or the teddy bears on there, the really cutie teddy bears or whatever, is the girl baby. And the other baby that's wrapped in the blue and white with the motorcycles and, whatever, the trucks and the cars, that's the boy baby, right? So I don't answer the question just that way. Okay? I mean, that's a simple yes, no, I don't know. This is what we've been taught. This is what is stored in our brains or our minds or whatever. Which gender is which gender or whatever. But I told her, and I'm gonna tell you, see. So she says, which one do you think is what or what or what or what? So I said in my paper, which is just not like yes or no. 3 questions. That's the first question. I said, okay, the baby that's in the pink and white blanket. To the left is the girl baby. And the baby in the blue and white car, truck, is the boy baby. So the second question, I need to have it like, why do you pick that? Okay, no. It wasn't why. The why comes later. So then the second question is, she has keywords, and she has 12 keywords. And I can't remember all the keywords, but some of them is sweet, pretty, strong, boastful, playful, quiet, noisy. I was waiting to see rambunctious on there, but it wasn't on there. Healthy. So she gives you 12 keywords, and she says, put them towards the baby that you think this describes. 6 of them towards the baby on the right, or 6 of them towards the baby on the left. So you got 12 words. So which 6 goes with this baby and 6 go? Now, of course, you're going to say, okay, on the girl baby, soft, pretty, quiet, you know, da 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 da, And of course, on the baby that's in the blanket that's blue and white with the cars, you're gonna say hard, strong, noisy, boastful, rambunctious, all this other stuff, right? Hard, all this other stuff. So the last question is, so easy question, right? You're like, oh, that's easy, SP. I can do that. Yeah, I know. So the last question is, why did you pick those 6 to be with whichever baby you picked? Answer the question why. Now, I could have just said, because that's what I was taught. Okay? Because to be honest with you, come on now. Y'all see where I'm going? That's exactly what we was taught. That is what was embedded in our minds as kids. Okay, this is how I answered the question. Oh, it wasn't just one sentence, honey. I almost wrote her a story. And I mean, I got feedback from the teacher. Hey, what's going on, Freddie? Hey, what's going on? Honey, we're live. Bye. Anyway, you guys. So, anywho, so when I answered the question, I simply explained to the teacher, when we were kids, we didn't ask questions. Why we got to play with the doll and play with the kitchen, kitchenware, and why we have to wear the color pink and the white and the yellow, and why we couldn't, because I like the color blue too. Or why we can't go play in the mud and play with the cars and the trucks and stuff. Why is it? And if you guys do not remember, when Pooh Bear was over here the other day, he was messing with one of my wigs that was on a mannequin. And I told him, hey, stop that. You know why? It is not because I got a problem with it, but I know his dad does. Sometimes people just have that complex. And, I don't get mad at people that got it. I don't get mad at people who don't got it. You know what? To be honest with you, this is what I told the teacher. I really don't care. I see you, Bev. You're not invisible. Because at the end of the day, that is how we were conditioned. And once you've been conditioned for years and years and years, people can get mad all they want. You are conditioned, and it is hard to break that level of thinking when your mother taught you that, your father taught you that, the society taught you that, all the commercials, Mattel taught you that, Barbie and Ken taught you that. Barbie was wearing pink and yellow. Ken always drove the car. Now, like I told her, this is what I said in 2019. They came up with this new world kind of toys called the Incredible World or whatever, where there's all different skin colors now. But back then it was only but white. And so I'm gonna be honest with you. This is where a lot of the stigma that we have in our minds, it is set. That's why I don't get mad because somebody's prejudiced. Because to be honest with you, if you really think about it, we all been conditioned to be prejudiced. Okay, come on. Don't get mad at me. Get mad at the messenger because it's true. And I'm just going to tell you what you won't say. You guys all know it. I don't care if you're black, you're white, you're pink, you're purple. We all have some prejudice in us. Okay? And you know why sometimes African Americans feel less than the other? Because that's what society put into us. Why? There was no black babies. Matter of fact, we didn't want a baby looking black. We always, when I grew up, all the girls, when they dated somebody, they wanted somebody light. They wanted somebody with blue or green eyes and good hair. All I hear is good hair. Okay, I'm going somewhere with this. So, was it right? Was it right, you guys? So this is what I'm saying. Was it right? Back then, that's all we knew. Was it right? Now we look at it, and you got to look 50 years down the road, 60 years down the road. There's different genders. Okay. Everybody want to complain or argue about it. You have two different genitals. Genitals do not have anything to do with gender. Genitals, you've got this genital, which is the penis. Then you got this genital that is the vagina. It is just for the productive situation, right? Okay. That doesn't make a gender. Okay. So when the teacher was asking why, I told her why I say what I say. Does it make it right? Well, it all depends on when you was born and everything that was brought to your attention. Do you know in other countries, there's 5 different genders, 4 different genders. You might think a gender is a boy and a girl. No. Or I'm not talking about the LBTQY, X and G and all this other stuff. I just told her simply how I felt. I said, I just believe that after we all getting all this condition and now trying to get it unconditioned, and you will get in trouble if you say the wrong thing or the right thing or whatever. It's just going to be a whole bunch of kids that's going to be confused because some of them don't even know what they're talking about. You know? If you try to figure it out, everybody's different. They're different, you know? I've worked with a lot of people, and then they say, okay, they're married. 2 women, they're married. You don't know to say, sir, ma'am. No, that's my wife. Okay, 2 wives married. Blah, 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 blah. We're just now starting to understand, to not only accept, but it's now common to now just appreciate a person for who they are. Okay? So I know I got to tell you that to tell you this. So last night I was at work. That's why I came on. I was at work, there was an argument between a resident and a staff member, and I was just standing right there. So the resident asked me a question, and I said, he just asked something simple. Let me just give you an example. Hey, nurse, do we have any saltine crackers? And it's like 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. And I say, no, we don't. Then the staff member steps in and say, no. And then, okay, so then the residents say, why not? And I just look at them like, because we just don't. It's 3 o'clock in the morning. The kitchen is closed. I'm not finna go chase down crackers at 3 o'clock in the morning, whatever. But the staff member comes in and he says, she told you they don't have any. Why are you hollering at her talking about why not? We work here. We only work here. We don't make the decisions. And he was like, well, why are you getting angry? He said, why are you getting angry? Why are you aggressive? Why are you aggressive? Both of them is now arguing about who's being aggressive and everything. And I'm standing there like, so the staff say, isn't that right, Sonny? And I'm thinking only to myself, why are you arguing with this resident? Even though that this person is saying, hey, I was saying something to help you. You understand what I'm saying? So, and this person is being very always like that all the time, the staff member. So it went on and went on and went on and went on. And so, I just said, leave him alone. And he said, leave him alone. The staff member said, leave him alone. Like he came down here and he's hollering and you saying, leave. He couldn't believe I said, leave him alone. Here's the thing. Sometimes and this staff member thinks he's right. Is he right the way that he's talking to this resident? In my eyesight, no. In my eyesight, no, he's not right. And I was training at the same time. I was training last night. So therefore, the new nurse is seeing this too. And she's like, oh my God, we even talked a little bit. She said, I would have been fired talking to that resident like that. I said, I know. I told her at the beginning, this is the boss's family member, the staff member. And that's how they do things around here. This is why sometimes when you see things and you're part of the environment, it's called conditioning. And she's looking at me like, well, what are you going to do? It's you, we've got 27 cameras. What do you mean? What am I going to do? There's 27 cameras around here. Don't you think they see and hear this stuff? They know, I went against that person one time for putting the snacks in the dirty utility room. Guess what? They still in the dirty utility room. When we don't change because of what we think is right, then there's going to be conflict. There's always conflict. Now, back onto the topic. The reason why I was stressing how this works is because Chad pleaded not guilty of killing his 3 kids. We literally heard. Let me go over some of the details here. Okay? And let me tell you guys before I get done with that, I got an A on that assignment. Because I don't play. And I'm not smart. Sometimes you just got to tell it like a TI is. Exactly. Cynthia says sometimes you have to observe and give no reaction. You're right. Because once you start giving a reaction, you got to always continue to give that reaction. You have to always. It's expected of you. So now you're the referee. And guess what? You're going to come up against a lot of pressure because the person that is in their position, even though they're just a CNA, it's who they know, who they can to or whatever. And you guys understand, I told you guys something. Explain one thing to you. Let me explain one thing to you. I'm not prejudiced at all, because guess what? I'm kin to these people also. You understand what I'm saying? So there's no reason for me to lie. You know? They've been conditioned to work the way that they work, and it's hard to change them. You know what I'm saying? And you might win one battle or fight, but you're not going to win the war. You're going to be kicked out of there. And then what good is you going to be towards the ones that need your help? I mean, a little win like that, or making sure somebody didn't get beat up throughout the night, making sure somebody got their meds all day, making sure that the ambulance was called, somebody's going into distress, or you just want to get, you know what I'm saying? So sometimes you got to pick your battles or whatever. But anywho, yeah, my teacher wrote me back and she says, very excellent. She says, okay, I should have took a picture of it. She says, excellent work. Excellent. Okay. Ohio father accused of killing 3 young sons allegedly planned the murder for months. The 21-count indictment against Chad states that the triple homicide was carried out with prior calculation and design. And this man done told him all of this. Oh, I plan to do this. This is how I was going to do it. He calculated, I'm going to wait till she comes home from the such and such, and or whatever. Now, here's the thing. I think he's been married before and his first wife left him. I don't know. But, okay, that's what I heard. I don't know how true it is. So we're not going to stick and stay on that. But that's something that you can put in your pocket. Okay? And the Ohio father had planned on June the 15th, this is one day after my mother's birthday, to murdering for months. So something was in his mind. Why? What was in his mind? Because whatever was in his mind, he was right in his mind. You understand what I'm saying? To him, he was going to do something. And see, this is how sometimes you can figure out what really happened. Because normally when people do something like this, you think about it. Okay, these 3 kids, 3, 4, 7, they're young. They're all boys. They're all his. He didn't kill the mama. I mean, he sat there. He didn't run. He didn't hide. I mean, one of the kids ran 300 feet from him. He shot him and then shot him execution style. Must have shot him in the back and then shot him in the head, you guys. This man thinking he was right. He didn't run. He thought he was right. Y'all, are you listening to what I'm saying? See, I give you examples and I give you little testimonies to just show you how people think that they are right. You can't tell them they're wrong. Whatever it is, was his wife going to leave him? He think he was right. He didn't want to share his kids. He think he was right. He didn't even run. He think he was right. Was he right? Now, everybody in here, I'm pretty much, like Lisa and Freddie say, he wasn't right. He wasn't right in his head. Something was wrong. someone clicking or whatever. But when people help you, they feel some kind of way. Whatever they do. Well, since I gave you $10, then what you should do this. They ain't got to, hey, if you give me $10, I ain't got to do nothing. You just gave me $10. Thank you. When you give it to me, it's mine. I can do what I want. No, people don't think that. No, I was nice to you, so now this is what you do for me. I cannot believe you doing this to me. I cannot believe, how can you hurt me like this? I haven't done anything to you. What are you talking about? If you give me $10, then guess what? You just gave me $10. If you thought something was wrong with my thinking, it wasn't. You can't tell people what to do. You know, you marry somebody. Now you married to them. They think that you're supposed to cook, clean, take care of the kids, never go nowhere. You're theirs. You owe them. You owe them. Okay? Is they right? No, they're not right. You're just married. They're just saying you promised to this person you're going to try to just stick with them and only have sex with them or whatever, however you in your agreement or whatever. And you guys going to try to make it work. 9 times out of 10, it don't. You know? I don't care who you're talking to. I don't care if you're straight, crooked, gay, black, pink, purple. 9 times out of 10, it don't work. I'm not saying you've got to have somebody that want to be in agreement with you. To let some little stuff go. Because we're all different. Anyway, let's get back to the topic. Hey, Lisa Calhoun and Tina Powers. So there's 21 count on an indictment, including 9 counts of aggravated murder, 8 counts of kidnapping, and 4 counts of felonious assault. This man is never going to see the sunrise again. Thank you very much. He's just not. So Dorman allegedly admitted that he fatally shot sons Clayton, 7 years old, Hunter, 4, and Chase, 3, executional style. These was the cutest little boys. They were all just so cute, and you could tell they were all his. Ain't no ifs, ands, buts. They all look like twins, really. The indictment obtained that slayings were carried out with prior calculations. The court document stated Dorman confessed it to planning and carrying out the deaths of victims involved for several months. On June the 23rd, Dorman pleaded not guilty to all charges. Okay, the prosecutor Mark indicted to the same news release that Dorman slaughtered his 3 boys. He added that 7-year-old Clayton, the oldest boy, fled from Dorman running approximately 300 feet before Dorman shot him from behind. Then Dorman approached the boy and executed him at close range. Now I'm going to tell you guys something. And I love Cody. We just put on there the new flyer for Cody on the community board. I want you guys to know, go check it out. We are Cody's Voice. Worked hard on it. There's a little bit of new information on there. They're going to have a police escort and all this other stuff. And I guess the proceeds of everything that goes on is going to Exploded National Missing Children. All that information's on there. And, and it's going to be, July the 30th at 9 a.m., something of nature or something. But the reason why I brought that up is because we don't compete and compare about what death is harder than the other. But just listening to this right here, Not one child. That's what's so crazy. We got Cody being one child. Then we got the California boys being 2 kids. Now we got this Chad Dorman with 3 kids. And you know what? He didn't give a dang who was watching him. He didn't care. He snatched that baby out the mama's arms, you guys, I heard. Shot her in the arm, in the hand. She let loose the baby. She was trying to protect the baby. And he shot her in the hand like, if you know what, you're going to die too. He wanted her to feel his pain. Like, I'm right. I feel this pain, and you guys need to feel it too. I'm not going to give my kids up. I'm not going to go through this. I'm not going to let somebody else take care of my kids. You're not going to walk away. No other man's going to be in here. We're not going to court. I work very hard. I'm the man, and this is the way it is. And these boys thought their father was their world, their wife. Soldier Girl said, don't forget to like and subscribe and share the live, you guys. Pooh Bear says it all the time. He said, like and subscribe. Okay, so on June the 15th, the officers responded to the report of the shooting about 4:15 p.m. at the home in Monroe Township. The first call was made by an unknown woman who said her babies had been shot. The second call, made 3 minutes later, was made by an individual who seen a girl running down the road stating that her father was killing everybody in the house. The officers, when they came to the property, they found that Chad Dorman was sitting on the steps with the rifle sitting next to him. I seen the video, and I hope you guys seen the video too. They told him, put your hands up, stand up, stand up. He did not stand up. He wasn't in no delusional state. He wasn't talking crazy. He just didn't do what they said do. He was like, I ain't got no harm. I'm not going to harm nobody. He done already killed his 3 kids. And he's sitting there talking about, I'm not going to harm nobody. What do you mean? You're not going to harm nobody. He done did what he wanted to do. You guys seen it. Freddie said, I seen it. He didn't run. He wasn't talking crazy. You know, sometimes when people say, okay, you can answer this question, you're not crazy. So he just did all of this. If you asked him what was his name, he would have said, my name is Chad Dorman. Where do you live? I live at such and such Monroe Street. My wife's name is such and such. I got 3 kids. Their name is, Chase. That's the one I can always remember because I got a niece named Chase. Chase Hunter. And what's the other little boy's name? Come on, you guys. Here, come on. Tell me the other little boy's name. I just read the name. I'm going to see who's listening. Okay, there's 3 names. I see the other name. What's the oldest boy name? Come on. There's 3 kids. What's their names? Come on. We got Chase. And we got Hunter. What's the other little boy's name? Somebody's going to put it in the chat. I'll wait. I'll wait. Because you know what's weird? We'll sit here all day and say, this is so terrible. This is so sad. And we can hear what these boys' names is over and over. We done seen the video. And not one person in here can tell me what that other boy's name is. I know what it is. One person. Chase Hunter. What's the next one? There's one more. The 7-year-old that got execution. No, not Chad. Nope, not Chad. You close, though. It do start with a C. It starts with a C. It's a country name. Come on, you guys. His name was Clayton. Not Charles. Clayton. They actually buried the babies yesterday. I'm sorry. They buried him on the 26th. Today's the 28th. They buried, not Carter, Clayton. Clayton. Thank you, Rachel. Clayton. Oh my, y'all would have took the test. Y'all all would have failed. Let me go again. Clayton. He added that 7-year-old Clayton fled from Dorman, running approximately 300 feet before. You see how we can talk about something for 20, 30 minutes, and the facts are the details right there. The fact that you should got, you missed it. The main subject, you missed it. That's because we're focused on other stuff. So anyway, on June let me see here. So the victim, 34-year-old mother who has not been publicly identified, was allegedly shot in the hand. And while trying to protect her son from the father, Dorman's stepdaughter who fled was uninjured. Funeral service for the slain brothers, who loved fishing and playing outside, was past their bedtime, according to the obituary, will be held June the 26th. He's next to be scheduled to be in court on July the 5th. Hey, Way, I see you in the building. And Lisa Taylor, what's going on? And Crystal Pete. So anyway, you guys, what we were talking about was, how did he go in the courtroom? Because we know he did. I know he walked in there. That's how he did it. He walked in there and they said, what did you plead? You plead guilty or not guilty? And you know, he said, I plead not guilty. So evidently, he think he's right. That's in a nutshell. Sometimes you got to go, you know, the scenic route to let you guys understand I'm not saying he's wrong or he's right. What I'm saying is how people think that they're right in their way. Freddie said with tears in his eyes. Yeah, he kind of choked up a little bit. And you know, the funny thing about it wasn't like he had to force the tears. The tears came out like, yeah, he done it. But was he sorry for what he done? Or was he sorry for how he got caught? Or was he sorry that I still ain't got my wife? I didn't think all of this out. Normally, my grandson says, what's his favorite word? Because he got a new word now that he used. Apparently, is that his word? Apparently, I think that's his new word. Apparently, we miss you too, Wade. I'm sorry for the mix-up. Actually, yeah, that's his word. Actually, yeah, he got a new word. Actually, yeah, I don't know what happened. You know, I had to go to Wade and say, hey, look here. I'm sorry. I just deleted the message. I didn't put you in jail. I didn't do it. It may look like I did it, but I didn't. I just deleted your message. I don't know how you got in jail, but she was there and I went and got her out quickly as fast, because I didn't believe she was in there. Because I didn't put her there. I don't know what happened. Whew. But we come a running like, hey, I'm so sorry. And I never have a problem telling somebody that I'm sorry what happened. So, you know, just because we may have a difference or something somewhere, I ain't that kind of person right there. You know what I'm saying? Because I'll say it straight out. I just don't have a problem saying things straight out. Like, you know, because here's the thing. I've been really nice to this one young lady that I work with. And, you know, so she'll take her medicine. That's why I'm really nice to her, to be honest with you. But she takes her medicine a lot of the times because I'll wheel her up over here and I'll wheel her over there and stuff. But last night I went in there to give her medicine. She says, no, get out of here. And I mean, she screamed at the top of her lungs and my feelings was hurt. Like, I'm really nice to you when everybody else is not. I'm really nice to you. You know, And this is how you treat me? It has nothing to do with that. Hey, what's going on? Hello? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I don't know what happened. So, you know, uh-oh. People giving me messages and stuff. Anyway, you guys. Uh-huh. Oh, my message is just now coming up on my phone. They need to quit. I tried to get that picture 15, 20 times, and I'm just now getting it. Anyway, you guys, I want you guys, I'm really nice to you. You're laughing. That's what I'm saying. I'm really nice to this young lady. I am so nice. I'm the nurse. I shouldn't be in there changing her, putting her to bed, wheeling her down the thing, making sure she can go smoke, buying her noodles because that's what she wants for her birthday is noodles, all kind of stuff. I mean, I really go out of my way for this young lady. She's the youngest resident that we have. I think she's 32. All of them is between 32 and in their 40s. I mean, we got some of them 50, maybe 2 or 3, 50 something. But I mean, she yelled at me, screamed at me, told me to get the H out of here. Leave her alone. Like I was hurting her. Get out of here. Leave me alone. No, I said no. You know? But I do expect her to take her medicine. I don't want anything else from her. I just want her to take her medicine. So I do be really nice to her so she could say, you know, you know, maybe we're friends. I don't know. Maybe we're not friends. We're really not friends, you guys. But you guys understand what I'm saying. She calls me by my name, you know? Yes. She said, don't take it personal, SP. You got to remember where you were. Bless your heart. I get that. I get that. It did hurt my feelings, though. I'm just being honest, Lisa. It did hurt my feelings because I want her to take her medicine. You know, I just want her to take her medicine. I don't want nothing else from her, actually. But who's right? She got a right to say no. Get out of here. Leave me alone. You know? But I do feel like, well, okay, well, the next time you want to go smoke, leave me alone. Or, do you got some noodles in your car? That's how she talks. Help. Hey, you guys. Hey, kid, I need some help. Come and help me. I want to go up the hill. Up the hill is to the second floor, you know. She said, there go her free noodles. Exactly. Because, you know, I'm the noodle girl. I got the noodles. I love noodles. She loved noodles too. That's where we kind of clicked at. I was like, I love noodles too. I can eat them all day, every day. She was like, oh, I asked her on her birthday, I promise you. I said, I'm going to call her Fedonia. I don't know. I'm not going to tell you her name. I said, Fedonia, your birthday's coming up. What do you want? She said, I don't know. I said, no, just tell me what you want and I'll go get it for you. I didn't care what it was. She said, I want some noodles. I said, some noodles? She said, yeah. I said, no, something else. She said, 2 packs of noodles. So I bought her a case. Now, the bad thing about it is I can't give her the whole case because she is diabetic and it will heighten her sugar because all the starch and stuff. It has a lot into it. Trust me. I didn't think it did, but it do. Noodles is very bad for blood pressure and diabetes. It's almost like giving somebody a cinnamon stick, which I didn't know that will increase your blood sugar too, but it will. Cinnamon will make you go into a coma. So quit drinking those cinnamon with lattes in them if you diabetic. Who was the rapper that said, well, we all a little stoned? I don't know. Yes, rice do the same thing. Starch is I guess it's a sugar. I guess I don't know. Sodium, yeah, noodles are full of sodium, and she's just puffy. She's puffy. Trust me, I fall in love with these residents, but it's getting hard. It is. It's getting hard, and the more you do, the more that they want you to do, and now, but you have no power. You guys understand what I'm saying? Like, I look at the CNAs and I look at the med-Aids, and they do what the heck they want. And you know to not mess with them, because if they quit, then they think it's your fault. Then now you've got to do extracurricular work because you made somebody mad, and everybody liked that person because that person, you know, didn't have a car. That person was trying to get their kids, or that person, you know, was a good worker. So they say, you know what they call a good worker? I've seen 3 people so far get the employee of the month. One of the workers, they leave whenever they want. I mean, they be gone for 3-4 hours. They just leave. One of the workers, like I said, you know, they talk really harsh to the residents all the time. But, you know, they think they're right. So what I'm saying is, I'm not trying to get off track. I told y'all a couple of scenarios, gave you a couple of examples of why things happen and why things are the way they are. Is because people think they are right. We talked about school, how we were taught, and how society thought it was right. Now they're like, hey, you know, it caused a lot of anger in the community when a boy wanted to play with a doll or a wig. But as parents, they thought was right. That it was right. I'm not saying it was wrong. I'm not saying he don't need to be playing with the wig or the doll. You know, hey, you know, I told you already. I buy him these squeezy, puffy things. My son gets mad. I ain't got nothing to do with it. I just say, let him just have a little touch of his feminine side. He loves them. He told you his favorite toy is his teddy bear named Jealous. And Jealous sleeps with him. And he loves Jealous. When he named his teddy bear Jealous, I said, oh my God, I love the name Jealous. You'll hear about Jealous later on too. That's his friend? Yeah, I believe it. He loved Jealous. That's his favorite. He got it on his 3rd birthday. He got to see, he went to Build-A-Bear. I took him to Town West. That is the biggest mall in Wichita. Took him to Town West on his birthday and said, let's go get you a teddy bear, because they give you free teddy bears, but they really not really free, because you got to pay for this and pay for that, and when you get done and all this other stuff. But on your birthday, you finna get this teddy bear. And he got to see the teddy bear stuffed and everything. And he gets a birth certificate with the teddy bear, and you get to put the teddy bear name on it, the birth certificate. And the lady said, what's your bear's name? And he said, Jealous. And I think the reason why he came up with that name is because people was going to be jealous of him. You know, I don't know. But they done moved 2 or 3 times, and guess what? Jealous done came to every house. He loved that thing. And anyway, back to what we were talking about. What's right and what's wrong. So A parent has a right to raise their kids however they see fit, but if it does the kids some harm, yes, society will step in. Society should step in, and society should help to protect those children, especially if something's not right. Like, why would you want to just kill your kids because they're yours? Some people be like, they mine, I can do what I want. You guys remember there was a young lady that went and kidnapped Cupcake, and she had set of twins and two other kids, and the state had took her kids, and they were with some family members, and since they were her kids, she felt in her mind, they're mine, I can go get them if I want to. So she went over there, pulled a gun on them, told them give them her kids. She put the kids in the car, and the family member called the police and said, hey, she just came out over here, the mama just came over here and kidnapped the kids. And they chased her down the street, and she ran into she ran into a gas station. Could have blew up the kids and herself. What makes people think that they are right? I don't know. You know, what's right and what's wrong, it is a wide line. It ain't a thin line. It's a wide line, because you can be right that, yes, those are your kids, but you are not right when you're having a mental breakdown or issue or whatever. And even though that you're still in your mental capacity issue problem or whatever, somebody has to be there for your children when you're not mentally capable of making the right decision. And you know what? I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to tell you this right now. I'm not even going to be surprised about all the abuse that this woman has been going through for years. She's probably been scared to even just leave, especially with 3 kids. And maybe that girl is hers too, or maybe that's from a prior relationship. I don't know. But I can guarantee you she was scared of this man. I'm going to say this, and I'm not going to say that I'm right. I'm going to say it, and I'm just going to drop the mic, okay? Because to be honest with you, there is no right or wrong. But one thing that we got to understand is when you're dealing with people that has mental issues, they can still function, highly function. Write out for paragraph, go to school, go to work, make an order for pizza, drive to their cousin's house, have a full conversation. People be like, oh, they knew what they were doing. No, they don't. And it's not in and out, in and out, in and out. You guys, it's got to be where, here's the thing. Free will. That's called when you're talking about in psychology, humanistic. It's free will. Look it up. When you look up humanistic, it's all about free will. So we do have a free will to make decisions. Okay? But if your brain is not firing the right decisions, is that free will? Because you can take a pill and it'll help you be balanced. It's all about the chemicals in your body. That is why we have a lot of people that is out there and they're not making rational decisions. They need to be chemically balanced. And once the doctor can figure out what pill you need, you can function all the time. Now, here's the thing. When it comes to those type of medications, they work 12 hours, 24 hours. And I guarantee you, if it says 24 hours, don't try to go the 25th hour without it. Because that 1 hour is the difference from everybody losing their life and a person jumping off the bridge. You don't know what they're hearing in their mind. You don't know who's talking to them. And you don't know if they got time enough. That chemical is in their body to hold them, sustain them from hurting you or somebody else. I don't argue with people. One, he laid in the driveway. Who laid in the driveway? He was Chad was sitting on the porch, but those kids were scattered out in the yard. And if you're talking about Clayton ran 300 feet and he shot him. And I was going there to tell you guys, and I'm going to say this case right here, and I'm not comparing, but listening to this case, I'm just being honest with you. Because we don't know what happened to Cody. We have no clue. But when you can get a glimpse of the inside of something tragically happening to a child, it turns your stomach. Okay? And I guarantee you, every case, if you knew the inside scoop of what happened, it will turn your stomach. Remember, we did this case about the woman, the grandfather got out of jail. The grandmother ain't even married to him no more. He was in jail for murder or whatever. I guess, anyway, she took the grandkids over to his house to spend the night. And the grandkid, he killed the grandkid. He killed the grandbaby. Those cases is all over the world. It's happening every day. And it's happening more frequently. And you know why? Think about what I'm saying. And I'm being honest with you. It's called conditioning. It's called conditioning. The world is conditioning people to be neutral and subjected to this type of thing. The world, how they think. It's okay. You got free will. They're your kids. Do what you want to do. It's called conditioning. Stop agreeing to things that you don't agree with. I gotta go. Bye.